Welcome to a moment of meditation. I am Patricia, the assistant chaplain here at the village. We have been meditating on the many names of God in the Bible. The name for today's meditation is the Lord my banner. To begin, listen as I read from the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, the first 4 verses. Here, a young maiden and her beloved are expressing their love for each other. They are in the young man's banquet hall. The maiden begins, "I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys." Now her beloved responds, "As a lily among brambles, so is my love among the young women." The maiden returns with praise for her beloved. "As an apple tree among the trees of the forest, so is my beloved among the young men. With great delight I sat in his shadow, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love." Notice the word banner. Banners commonly adorn royal banquet halls. But right now, the maiden is alone with her beloved, and there is only one banner, and the banner is love. One commentator interprets the maiden's words this way: "Love waves as a protecting and comforting banner over my head when I am near him." But this verse is not the source of God's name, the Lord my banner, though it expresses some of its meanings. That name is found in Exodus chapter 17, verse 15. English speakers would say this name, Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my banner. This is the first name in our series of meditation that includes God's personal divine name, Jehovah. You may remember the other compound names we have studied are linked to El or Elohim, the general name for God. Now we begin to explore a series of names linked to Jehovah instead. Jehovah is the English transliteration of Yahweh based on God's divine name, YHWH. In order to prevent people from accidentally saying Yahweh when reading the Hebrew scriptures because it is so sacred, a visual device was created by inserting the 3 vowels of Adonai, A, O, and A, into Yahweh to become Yahovah, Y-A-H-O-W-A-H, though no Hebrews would pronounce it as such. Instead, they would say Adonai when they come to YHWH. They still do that today. Last time we learned that Adonai is the name of God that means Lord or Master. But later, when the Old Testament was translated into English, scholars sounded out the name, so it became Jehovah in English. And the Hebrew word Nissi means banner. Jehovah Nissi means the Lord my banner. Here, L-O-R-D is in all capital letters, Jehovah. Let's repeat this name after me. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my banner. Say it together. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my banner. Now we will read from Exodus chapter 17, when Moses was leading the Israelites in a battle against Amalek, the king of the Amalekites, who were descendants of Esau, the twin brother of Jacob. We will start from verse 8. Then Amalek came and fought with Israel at Rephidim. So Moses said to Joshua, "Choose for us men and go out and fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand." So Joshua did as Moses told him and fought with Amalek, while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. Whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, and whenever he lowered his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands grew weary, So they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it, while Aaron and Hur held up his hands, one on one side and the other on the other side. So his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua overwhelmed Amalek and his people with the sword. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this as a memorial in a book and recite it in the ears of Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven." And Moses built an altar and called the name of it, "The Lord is my banner, Yahweh Nissi," saying, "A hand upon the throne of the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." Here we find the origin of this name, Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my banner, or our banner. What is the meaning or significance of a banner? In battle, opposing nations would fly their own flag on a pole at each of their respective front lines. This was to give their soldiers a feeling of hope and a focal point. Moses was an old man and couldn't be physically fighting the enemies, so he commissioned Joshua to lead the young soldiers to fight. But with the staff of God in his hand, he went up the top of the hill with Aaron his brother and Hur, who was likely his brother-in-law, the husband of Miriam. So there are 3 old men up at the top of the hill. We read that whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, and whenever he lowered his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands grew weary, so Aaron and Hur took a stone and put it under him so Moses could sit on it, while Aaron and Hur held up his hand, one on one side and the other on the other side. So his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. Joshua and his fellow combatants were able to prevail and defeat the Amalekites. Moses was well aware that the Lord was with Israel in battle and that he protected and conquered on their behalf. God was their banner. Banners are visible. They are for identification, for invitation, for motivation. And for the enemies, they are for intimidation and for declaration of boundaries. Banners are raised to celebrate and to honor. And the passage from the Song of Solomon we read in the beginning shows that love is a banner that protects and comforts. When we consider all these meanings of a banner, we can see that God is in fact a banner for all who believe in him, who follow him, who trust in him, and who love him. There's a song written for children, but expresses the comforting truth that the Lord is my banner. Dan Stokes will lead us to sing, "His banner over me is love."
the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Jesus is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love.
Receive this benediction from Psalm 20. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and regard with favor your burnt sacrifices. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for joy over your salvation, and in the name of our God, set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Thanks be to God.